Okay, okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Um, just fiddling around with the functions of the mobile, going live on the mobile. So let me get straight to it. Welcome to the stream. Like, comment, and subscribe. I just done a short tester stream just now, and somehow I cut off. But anyway, back right now. So yeah, I want to go through some of my picks of state of play as well as the Xbox showcase, as there were games that will be great filler towards the launch of GTA 6 next year, because that's pretty much the shift in gaming right now as well as entertainment. Um, Things to do prior to the launch of GTA 6 and even after that as well, because I've mentioned before that uh, well, at least for my channel, I want to be doing vlogs, lifestyle vlogs here and there and stuff. um, but one of the mainstay things that I'm gonna have on my channel is gonna be GTA 6. So along with GTA 6, I'm gonna be playing other games around it, but primarily GTA 6 is gonna be the main thing. Like, I'll be playing that, and then when Intergalactic comes out, that will be something I'll be playing. Um, the new Resident Evil 9. What else? What else? There's a number of games even in the showcases, the Xbox showcase and State of Play, that was mentioned, that I can see myself continually playing as well, um, going into next year and next year, and also and also um, and also after GTA 6's launch, because I've said this before. I feel like GTA 6 is 100% going to be um, coming out 26th of May. Hey, what's good, Sammy Rose? What's good, Triple J? Triple J, Triple Five. What is good? What is good? Welcome to the stream. As I just mentioned already, I want to go through like my picks of games to look out for, or games that I like from the state of play. Peyton, what's popping? What's popping? What's popping? What's good, Peyton? Yeah, I'm gonna go through my picks from the Xbox showcase and state of play. Um, I'm abroad right now, so I'm gonna be going live on my mobile. Then how I'd normally go live. So this will be pretty good. But yeah, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, let's get let's talk GTA 6. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Peyton. So um, there had been some leaks or leaked information about GTA 6, and I think I might cover that in a separate video, because some of the things in the leaks were things that go without saying, you know. Um, Anthony Boyce, welcome to the stream. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Um, some of the things go without saying, but there was some interesting things that these supposed leaks was mentioning, such as there's 700 things that is enterable. And you'll remember from one of my last streams that I mentioned that I don't really want everything to be enterable, because that kind of takes away from the immersion of the world. And I used Red Dead Redemption 2 as an example of that, where it's just like, um, I think in Valentine, the town in Valentine, you can enter about 70% of the buildings in there. Um, but I would want it to be 85%. 85% enterable stuff. So, because if you think in real life, you can't just enter anywhere in real life. So in GTA 6, I wouldn't want that to be the case. Um, so yeah, that was interesting. And because it's all speculation, I think I'll just do a separate stream, just like discussing some of the leaks, in the leaked information, supposed leaked information, on GTA 6. So I'll leave that for the next stream, because we're gonna talk about some of the games and some of the picks that I found or want to discuss from State of Play. So starting with this Marvel Tokon battle. Marvel Tokon. Now, the game looked really good. It looked really, really good. It looked like really good, and it was a surprise because it's pretty much Arc System Works, who create the Guilty Gear franchise, taking or using the Marvel IP and using it in their own way. So, like, the thing that grabbed me about the thing that got me with Marvel Tokon is the gameplay looked great and the art style looked amazing, and it's like an Eastern take on the actual Marvel IP. So it looks great. The thing for me, and I'll probably do a separate video on this as well, is will Daredevil be a playable fighter in the game? Will Daredevil be playable in the game? Because in Marvel v Capcom, in all the Marvel v Capcoms, 1, 2, 3, Daredevil wasn't playable. But not only that, Daredevil hasn't had his own game anyway, and he just so happens to be my favorite superhero. And if, for me, if we can get, if Daredevil is playable, then we're onto something. We're onto something, because I will be playing that. That's definitely that will be on my list. So far, I'm just gonna keep my eye on this. I want to keep my eye on this, and I read the PlayStation blog post that they had, and they stated that they're gonna try some new things in terms of having it being, I think it's like 3v3? I think it's 3v3. And I'm gonna give you some quick timeouts, because chats are going a bit crazy. Oops. So as I was saying, yeah, if we all just keep it cool in the chat, Everything will be good. Um, I'm gonna do a separate video, definitely, just talking about the chances of Daredevil actually being in this Marvel Tokon battle game, simply because simply because personally, he's my favorite like superhero, and I'll go into why he's my favorite superhero, because some people have Superman, some people have Batman, some people have Spider-Man, but for me it was always Daredevil. So there's that. Um, yeah, I got my eyes peeled on Marvel Tokon, and yeah, that would be a really good addition to not just like my game collection right now of games that I'll be playing prior to GTA 6, but more so, and I've said this in a live stream before, that I think as a gamer you should have a variety of games. You should have a driving game, race, driving game, fighting game, FPS, adventure game, and you're good. So right now I don't really have a fighting game, so this could be it. Next game is James Bond 007 First Light. Now, as you can tell from my accent, I am British, so yes, I am a big fan of James Bond, obviously. And it's kind of strange, it's kind of nuts actually. I think the last James Bond game I ever played probably was GoldenEye. I think it was GoldenEye. But with that being said, I had my attention put on this game when they first announced that they were making, I think it's Remedy Studios, I think. They announced that they were making a James Bond game, but there was no information at the time. So at State of Play, they finally announced it. And I liked what I saw. I can see the direction that they went with regards to the approach they're taking with the game. In fact, I don't think it is Remedy. The developer that makes the Hitman games is making this. My initial thoughts is like, I like what they're doing. The character design, great. It's a young James Bond, which is apparently quite lore accurate as well. So I like that. That gives great homage to the character, and the fact that they're going for him as a young James Bond and making it as a double O agent is a good approach, because that therefore means they have a lot more to play with in terms of creating things, and also gameplay wise, he's gonna be fresh to all of the devices that he will be able to utilize. And there's a lot of room for character growth as well, because it's James Bond in his early stages, which we don't tend to get with James Bond. Because personally, I think the best James Bond for me is Daniel Craig James Bond. But there's not too much media geared towards the young James Bond, so this is fantastic that they've taken this approach, and the gameplay looked good. The part that I liked the most was the ducking behind cover and firing. That looked really. It looked really sharp. It looked really sharp. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on this. I think they're gonna showcase more. They say in the summer. So when they do, I will go live and we will look into seeing what else the game has to offer, because it looks great and the stealth elements should be on point, considering it's from a developer that, based on the Hitman series, specializes in stealth gameplay. Only thing with stealth gameplay is I hope that the AI of the enemies aren't stupid. That is what I'm hoping for. That they ain't stupid AI. That you actually have to think. Like it's actually, it's actually like challenging. So that's my initial thoughts on that. Next will be Silent Hill. Now, I've mentioned Silent Hill before, well, this game in particular, only because of how it looks sinister. The game looks pretty sinister and dark. And I think we're due a good horror game, since the PT demo that came out, or teaser that came out years ago, and we didn't have anything to match that since then. So this looks like it will play like an actual horror game. And there isn't that many horror games out anyway. New ones, that is. So art direction looks fantastic. The gameplay looks intuitive. It looks intriguing. And the thing that gets me the most about everything I've seen on Silent Hill F is the atmosphere. It looks like it's nailed the atmosphere perfectly. So playing this at night with headphones on might be an experience all in and itself. So my quick rundown on Silent Hill F. I believe this is coming out this year as well. So that is also positive, because a lot of games were, or a lot of developers are a bit hazy on their release dates because of GTA6. They don't know whether to release afterwards or prior to. So that's the thing. Next fighting game, actually, which took me by surprise, is Invincible Versus. Now, I don't know if anyone's seen my stream of Dragon's Dogma, where I create Battle Beast. I think it was in that stream prior to that or after that, where I speak about how much I love Invincible. The series on Amazon is absolutely amazing. So with that being said, they're making an actual fighting game of Invincible, using the IP to bring the characters to life in a versus. I think this is a 3v3, and the Marvel token is 4v4. This being a 3v3 is really intriguing. Really intriguing. And I think I'm going to get this game just because of the IP. I prefer 1v1 fighting games, but if they have all, I think it's just based on the characters that they have, because there is a lot of characters in Invincible that can be used. So yeah, I could see myself really liking this, as long as it's a bit more fluid. From what I saw, it looked a bit um, kind of janky. Well, not janky, but the animations didn't look that smooth or fast or quick to me. So yeah, that's something that I'm gonna keep my eye on. And as they announce more characters that is gonna be introduced, I'm gonna be really on board, because for me, I want Anissa, I want Frag's twins, and who else? I'm 100% sure Battle Beast is gonna be in this without a doubt. And yeah, it just the thing with fighting games, it comes down to balance. How close to a perfect balance are they gonna make the game? That is what it really boils down to. But again, I love the Invisible franchise series, so I was really impressed with how gory it is, because as you know, I'm also have played more Mortal Kombat. This is also one of my number one fighting games. One of besides the most recent one. So yeah, I'm definitely on board. I'm definitely on board, because apparently the developers from Killer Instinct is actually creating this, and they've been working on it for a while. So yeah, there is there's a lot of potential here, and I'm gonna keep my eye on this, primarily based on the characters that is gonna be employed, and if there's gonna be any other game modes as well. So definitely on the lookout for that. But speaking of an Amazon series, there's a new update for Fallout 76, which was announced. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because all of these games, as I mentioned already, are prep for the launch of GTA 6. So everything before GTA 6 is like filler time. And I'm really trying to put home and like express how there's so much other things that we can be doing prior to the launch of GTA 6, because we know it's going to be a massive game. We know that. So um, I considered buying Fallout 76 because it's cheap right now, and I watched the Amazon series of Fallout, and that got me into it. Watching the series got me into it, and the game was pretty cheap, so I was like, okay, I'll get Fallout 76. I think I end up getting something else instead, and I think they then did an update to Fallout based on the, I guess the great response from what the Fallout series got. So they came out with an update for the game, but for whatever reason, I think I got something else at the time, so I left it. And Fallout is like a game that requires a lot of it requires a lot of your time. It's not like a game you could just like get into and play, because it's like an open world RPG. Um, I love fishing when it comes to Red Dead Redemption 2. I do love that aspect of things in Red Dead Redemption 2, the survival elements of it. So when they announced this Fallout 76 fishing or fusion, and that you can fish, you can sell the fish, you can create fishing lures, bait, and that kind of thing, I'm on board now. But what really gets me is the fact that it's an update. It's not even, it doesn't even, I don't even think it's DLC. This is just an update. to Fallout 76. So what I'm thinking is, in the meantime, I'm gonna get this with the update, and I'm gonna be playing that on the channel. Fallout 76. Just in the meantime, until um, Death Stranding 2 comes out, and then we'll be playing that. But yeah, this is when a game developer or game studio includes a DLC or an update to a game that is very, very welcoming, because I'll be new to the game of Fallout, and they've got me now um, to actually buy the game and play it after they've done an update, to them updating it with a whole new um, I guess gaming experience with the whole fishing side of things. So yeah, I'm this was good. This was definitely good. This is something that is making me want to get the game now. So I will be playing Fallout 76 at some point on the channel. Alright, moving on. What's next? Oh, this is a big one actually. Resident Evil 9 Requiem. And this was like the big game at the end of the showcase. And I mean, it looked good. It looked good. It looked good. But I'm always critical when they don't show more gameplay. When any trailer or teaser comes out and it's not of gameplay, I'm always going to be critical, because it's like, this is just a cinematic. We need gameplay. This is, we're gaming. We want more gaming than cinema. More gameplay than intros. More gameplay than cinematics. So they briefly showed some gameplay elements of Requiem, and the thing with the Resident Evil franchise is that they kind of need to revamp it, in my opinion, and I think other people share this opinion as well, where it's just like, well, at least from my thoughts and perspective, the yellow paint is like terrible game design, because that just ruins the immersion completely. Another thing that ruins the immersion completely as well is that there isn't multiple ways you can defeat the bosses, the mini bosses in Resident Evil, period. Like, there's always like a very specific way that you have to defeat a boss. Like, you'll be shooting the boss with like 1,000 bullets, but the thing that really kills them is that you have to throw them over the edge of a cliff, of a platform, or it doesn't matter how much bullets, no matter what gun you have to use the rocket launcher, or it doesn't matter what you do, you have to use a chainsaw or like a syringe. I hate that mechanic. I hate that game design when it comes to Resident Evil, because it doesn't give you the freedom or the sense of, I guess, realism that you can defeat these bosses or enemies in any way. Not that it has to be that way. One of the things that I hate the most as well is sometimes it doesn't matter what you do to a boss if you haven't ran down the clock. Like, you have to survive for like 3 minutes and then you defeat the boss. That really grinds my gears. Really pisses me off. So they need to like fully revamp that. They need to do that. No yellow paint, no control, no restrictive boss fights, I'll call it. And it looks like they're using Grace as the character as well from, was it Resident Evil 8 DLC? And yeah, apparently you can switch between first person and third person, which is fresh. That's new, but that's nothing revolutionary. They need to also, like, when a Resident Evil game is linear, it's like restrictively linear as well, and you'll be going forward in the game, making progress, and then the game will say, "Oh, you need to get this key card from the very first stage that you just left like 5 hours ago. So now you gotta make your way all the way back just to get a damn key card, or I don't know, a lockpick, so that you can then progress forward." They need to take them kind of restrictions away. You might, because if you're at a door, you shouldn't have to go all the way back to get a bolt card just to open a door. If you've got a shotgun, then you can just shoot the door down or something. Or just they need to really take them restrictions away. But I'm gonna keep my eyes open for this and for more information. And if I'm not seeing any new gameplay mechanics or anything new with this game, then yeah, then it's just gonna go to the wayside for me. But I liked what I saw so far of it, and I'll keep my eyes open to see what else they're gonna come with. All right, so the last game, and then after this, I want to give my rating of both the Xbox Showcase and State of Play, is Black Ops 7. Now, I purposely passed on Black Ops 6, the current Call of Duty that's out right now. And the reason for that is that it just didn't appeal to me. There wasn't nothing in the game that made me want to play it, that gave me that, oh, I need to get this Call of Duty, you know? So it was somewhat fascinating when they showed this, because it didn't look like Call of Duty at first. But then, lo and behold, Mason is in the trailer and it's actually Call of Duty. Now, the things that's got me intrigued about this Call of Duty is, like I mentioned before, it's always good to have an FPS game, right? So that's number one. Number two, they're taking a more futuristic approach to this, and I think it was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare that was futuristic, and that was pretty good. That was actually pretty good, where you can run up the walls and stuff. That was actually quite good. And similar to what I was saying about James Bond First Light, them using the young James Bond gives them the freedom to do a lot more things, because it's kind of unexplored territory. Call of Duty going with the futuristic approach with the franchise gives them the freedom and the creativity to explore more things, introduce new weapons, introduce different types of guns, different types of stages. So I do like that. I'm interested in that. I am interested in that. There is also, like, the trailer gave a sci-fi type feel as well. But one of the things that really got me is my favorite movie of all time is Inception. And there's a scene in this trailer that the world starts to flip on top of itself, just like in the French scene with Cobb and Ariande, in Inception, where she flips the town on top of itself and then he'd start walking. That was in this, so that makes me think: is there gonna be like elements of damn, what was that game by Remedy? Damn, I'm trying to think. There's a game by Remedy where you could manipulate control. Just had to Google that. Um, I'm wondering if there's gonna be like that kind of thing where I don't know, you can get a glove or you have a certain perk that allows you to manipulate the environment or something, which will be really different for a Call of Duty game. Who knows? But just when I saw that Inception thing, I was like, yep, okay, you've got me now. Let's see where you're going with this. Plus, there was a series called Heroes, which this main character, this guy right here, was the main character from. And I love that series. And I don't know, it's just the connection of those two things and the fact that it's a futuristic Call of Duty, so it seems. The graphics looked great. Also, new Blackout mode, it looked like they showcased as well. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could see myself playing this. Most likely, it's gonna have a October, November release date. Play this until May, May 26th. I could see that. I could see that. And to be fair, you get your money's worth with Call of Duty because they update it every single month, and you get to carry things forward from previous games as well. So it's like, based on the trailer, I am I'm interested. Definitely interested. I need to see what they're gonna come with. Um, I want to see how deep they go with this futuristic thing, and if my theory is correct, and you can manipulate the environment, because that would be different for a Call of Duty game. But yeah, overall, I give State of Play. Hmm. Oh, there was another game I forgot to mention, which is Ill, another horror game, which has like really advanced body dismemberment. Now, this game has been in production for God knows how long, and I mean, it looks great, but there ain't no release date for it. But even still, we got that as a horror game, RE9, Silent Hill F, and the new Onimusha as well. So yeah, we're definitely eating good when it comes to horror right now. But overall, I would give the showcase a 6 out of 10. It wasn't it wasn't great. It was decent. To me, it was decent. Whereas the Xbox showcase, I'll give that a 4 out of 10, because I think if it wasn't for the Call of Duty, which wasn't that amazing, and I'm not an Xbox player, I'm a PlayStation player. The Gears of War, I already knew about that, so maybe I might even give it a 3 actually. But yeah, other than that, it wasn't that great. But State of Play, I'll give that 6. I'll give Xbox a 3. So yeah, there wasn't nothing that special. But these were my picks of games to play in preparation for GTA 6, which comes out May 26, 2026. Um, I'll be live again at some point. If not, I'll just break down this live into sections so that the channel will be updated with some content. If any more news comes out about GTA 6 or about the games that I've mentioned in this live, I will either tweet about it, post it, or just go live like I am right now with the mobile. Because it's been pretty good. Um, and yeah, one more thing to mention: the new Predator movie just came out a few days ago, uh, Killer of Killers. I will be watching that, and I am really excited. Really excited. I've mentioned before that I'm really into Alien and the Predator lore. All of us, well, not just lore, but like the universe all of a sudden. So this was very welcoming. New Alien Earth is gonna be coming out soon as well. So these are more things that I'm gonna be doing in my waiting room for GTA 6. Let's put it like that. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Your thoughts on the GTA 6 leaks, games that are coming out now. If you're gonna be getting Death Stranding 2, your expectations, and if there was any other game that I missed from State of Play that looked good, because there was this other game actually. Can't remember the name of it, but I thought it was Reanimal. Or it was kind of like Lost Nightmares. That looked pretty interesting as well, and I love Lost Nightmares. That's a fantastic game, very very good game. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Um, More to come on the channel. I'm not by my computer right now, so I'll be whatever content is coming out, it will be through these lives on the mobile. But yeah, catch you in the next one. Peace.